everyone. Our speaker for today's online Eminent Alumni lecture is Mr. Sourav Sen, sir. He received his bachelor's degree in the Department of Mechanical Engineering from our college, National Institute of Technology, formerly Regional Engineering College, Durgapur, in 1991. And subsequently, he studied business management at IBMR Kolkata and completed MDP from IIM Ahmedabad along with an international management program degree from IFL Stockholm School of Economics. He is currently the managing director and CEO of Eirich India. He is a true leader who motivates everyone with his innovative approaches and vibrant spirit. Today's seminar is going to be on the topic career paths after masters and beyond. Sir, it's our great pleasure to have you, sir, and we welcome you warmly and request you to please take over the session. Sir, please.
So, good evening and thank you, Nasir. Thank you, my friends. Thank you, Dipayan and the team for having me with you this evening. Um, as you might have seen that I passed out 1991 and I'm feeling a bit nostalgic today because looks like it's only the other day when I was just, walking along the small alley from the hostels to our academic building for classes. And yeah, but before that, we used to grab a quick bite from the mess, maybe a jam with not completely sprayed over piece of bread. We used to run actually for the classes. I stayed in hall 3 and hall 5. I'm not sure in what form today these hostels are, but I think it's a great feeling to be with you, to be back with you all. So welcome again. Good evening and welcome to you all for taking time out for this, interaction. Good part is I don't have a specific topic to talk about. So not many slides to show, which is great. But at the same time, usefulness of this session will depend on number of questions you'd like to ask and discuss with me. So, basically you know, the, the, the success of this session will entirely depends on you, how you would like to interact and clarify all your doubts whatsoever. I can kind of answer to my limited understanding and knowledge, which I'll try to do. So it has to be a basically pure interaction. I, of course, have very few slides, 2 slides to talk about. And then I have also received some questions which some of you have posted, which I have collected, and also I'll put them up on the slide and I will go through one by one. So is that right? How can we hear from you? I mean, can you unmute and hear all of you?
Yes, it's perfectly fine. You can go by that way. It's
Yes.
perfectly fine.
Yes. So feel free. This is something which it's your, your session. It's not my session. It's your session. Feel free to ask questions at any point in time. So it's up to you. Don't feel shy. There is no, right or wrong questions. All questions are valid. So whatever you like to throw, please shoot them whenever you feel like and stop me at any point of time. So this is an agreement, I think, before we get going. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see if I could, share some slides to start off. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay, great. So, this is a slide which my journey, and the reason I am putting up that this is my own story and I could, walk you through. And then I kind of, tell you the different turns and twists of my career, of my journey, which I have experienced. And this is something which I'd like to really share with you. So I passed out 1991 mechanical engineering, and I mean this is used to be the largest faculty in our time. I'm sure maybe it is the same today. Um, and then from the campus I got two offers. One was a company called Hardilia Chemicals based in Bombay, and the second one Larsen and Toubro. And Larsen and Toubro offered, I think they made some 10 offers in the campus. And then all 10 we joined their factory in Kanspahal in Orissa. So that's as a graduate engineer training. So that's the journey started. And it's a factory setup, and which is extremely important or powerful for any graduating student to join a factory, to see different machines, how does it operate, get a smell of how an organization work. So it was great. Um, but the point is, this place was in probably an hour or 45 minutes from Rourkela, and that time, there was not much of things happening around. And from that point of time, I was very clear that I'm not going to work in a factory. This is not something which I like to do, pursue in my career. So I said that I'm not going to do this. So I started talking to the department who are responsible for rotation of the engineers. And then 1 year, I was transferred to Calcutta for the project group or project business of Larsen and Toubro. But at the same time, this 1 year was extremely powerful in the sense that what you studied in theory, how much it is being practiced in real life situation. That, comparison is very, very important. And always, it's very important when and you start your career. I'm sure that I heard that there has been a great campus, very good campus happened for this graduating batch, which I'm very glad to hear. So many of you will enter a corporate world. So be very, first thing is try to be sponge, like a sponge. I mean, try to absorb things, observe things. You may like some, you may not like some, doesn't matter. But keep your own diary. What are all your learnings you are having? And in that initial days, you will actually get to understand yourself in which direction you like to take your career forward, which is very, very important. So I moved to Calcutta after 1 year, and this is in project management. So Larsen and Toubro is, they do turnkey projects. Turnkey projects is something from, engineering to supply to commissioning a complete plant actually. So I did sell a couple of projects, and I also did execute projects, meaning that uh, from the time of coordination of with engineering, procurement, sending to site, then going to site, looking after different commissioning activities, things like that. It's absolutely great. You know, the crux of a project, company is that you should always have, this is the greatest learning actually I had is always you should have option B with you. Because, for example, I give an example that, a plant has to be commissioned on certain date. And suppose something goes wrong on that very morning and all VIPs are there to inaugurate the plant. And you don't know which one can go wrong where. So ability to think on the spot and always have some options with you. It's very, very important. And that's learning is actually carried through the rest of the life, which is very important, that always have a plan B ready with you, no matter what you do. So that was actually great, learning for me, which happened at Larsen and Toubro. But then it's a Larsen Toubro is a very huge organization, thousands of people. And so I said, no, I'm not cut out for this. I like to work in an organization where I could see myself, you know, uh, b- b- uh, myself growing very fast, and I could learn things. So then I also wanted, and that time what happened is I made myself very clear. I am not going to work in engineering, in the sense I am not going to be in design engineer. I am not going to work in a factory as a production guy. That's very clear. But I had my knack, and that I will work in sales. So selling is something which I wanted to take as a career. So I joined a Swedish company, Sandvik Asia. Sandvik is a about $10 billion company that time. It has got multiple business unit, specialty steel, mining and construction, machining solutions, cutting tool. You must have used the lathe machines in the workshop in our in our college. So those inserts which is used in machining different components. So Sandvik is a market leader, global leader. So I joined their specialty steel division in Calcutta as a sales engineer. I worked in the field, going to customers, trying to sell value of the product. And I was very, I would say I kind of found myself um, kind of very fortunate to get that opportunity, because Sandvik focuses on training and development a lot, and which I'll cover in subsequently. So I kind of liked this job, and I started going around and build business from scratch to a lot of customers I could get. And it's pure, your how you strategize, how you sell values, how you follow up, and how you kind of close. Closing is very, very important in a sales job. Um, so, and that time, okay, what happened also, that I was trying to do an MBA. I trying to do MBA. I appeared for CAT twice. First time I didn't get anything. Second time I got interview at IIM Calcutta. So after group discussion, interview over, but then I couldn't get through the final round. But then I wanted to do MBA for sure, because that time I realized that MBA is something will be of great help. So I joined IBMR, Institute of Business Management and Research in Calcutta. So I could pursue this alongside my job. So it is evening classes. So I used to finish office, then I used to go to classes, and it's a 3-year program, and I chose marketing. So that is also some decision at some point in time you have to take, that if I mean, everybody will aspire for, whoever like to go for MTech, I'll go for IIT or ISC. Who like to do an management, I'll go for IIM, XLRI and things like that. But it's not that everything, will happen according to our wish and, efforts. But then your plan B should always be ready, but you are not stuck there. So I completed that. Then I moved to Bombay in the year 99. And then of course that a year is very special for me. I got married in that year, and I moved to Bombay. And there's one more change happened. Of course, I got a bigger territory to handle. I got a lot of sales training from Swedish companies, Mercury International, and then the another company on sales. So it is pretty, going very smooth the way I wanted. Bombay stint was another, successful, but I put a lot of hard work. You have to go to meet customers, go to consultants, go talk to them and then tie up your, sales pitch, whatever. So uh, and and uh, that is kind of, also I got very sweet successes in that stint in Bombay in there. Hope I am not boring you, right? Should I go fast or you are okay with this?
It's perfectly fine. We are actually means listening things. We are
Okay.
actually means feeling also, sir. It's
Okay, great,
great journey.
great, great. So I just wanted to share with you the story, my own story, so that in different, the junctions, whatever has things happen, and that is got some learning. So I just wanted to share with you first. So then Bombay 3 years, and then I got very nice orders. Then I became head of two product business, and I moved to Pune within Sandvik, and things changed rapidly. Um, so first I was sent to IIM Ahmedabad for an MDB program 1 month. See the IIM which I couldn't crack during that time, but actually came in a different format. So you don't know life is going to offer what at what point of time. You have to be just take this, embrace this. So never feel bad about if you are not able to crack something. Don't feel bad. Maybe something better is waiting for you. You should always feel that something better is waiting for you. But what is important? Focus and hard work and your what you like to do in life. That is very, very important. So I went to Ahmedabad for about 1 month program. It was fantastic, I would say. The campus and the program, we used to study until night, say 2 o'clock, do the assignments, and then again maybe I think 7:38 we are in the classes even. So very rigorous classes. So I kind of also got a lot of different successes in that stint of my career in Pune as head of two businesses. And then I went to US actually for an in-house leadership program in US in Scranton within Sandvik. So they selected me to for a leadership program, and which is also very sweet, that in that early stage of my career I could get that opportunity. Then I came back and build a team working across the regions, the markets, develop strategies, started building business in a very strong way. And then I happened this international management program at Stockholm School of Economics that happened to me then. So I was sent to US at Duke University for I think 6 weeks, and then followed by another 3 weeks, I think at Stockholm for this international management program. And this is a life-changing program which happened to me, and so much of learning, so much of perspectives I got to be a successful person, to be a successful business manager, to be a successful, human being. All that happened in that program. So I think, you don't know life is going to offer to us in what, bend and what turn. But I think it's very important that to receive them and work hard. That is very, very important. Then what happened, there's another thing happened because everything is kind of, happening in a very positive way. And then that time, Sandvik started a change management program, business transformation program in that business area, which I was working on, which is on specialty steel globally. So they were hiring internal consultants. And then I was hired from India. I was sent to China, Shanghai, and then I led the Asia Pacific team of the business transformation journey. So then I had hired a multicultural team from US, from Sweden, from Australia, from Singapore, from India, from China. So we built a team and sitting in a project office in Shanghai, and then we started business transformation country by country: China, India, Southeast Asia, Australia, Japan, Korea. So 5 years that job, and then I was called back to India as Vice President Business Development. So when you see the companies on my slide, I have just written you my stint, and then what was my last, title or my role that I have here. So Sandvik Asia, I became Vice President Business Development in the year 2012. And then we started working on growth strategy. I worked with McKinsey to roll out for the whole company in India, growth strategy for 3 years. Then 2014, organization had a change in their structure, and this role became a very small role. So that point of time, there's one more change happened that I quit and went outside of Sandvik after 17 years. And it was not an easy decision, but that I keep saying that so far that, you don't know the change will happen from which corner of life, but as long as you stay focused um, and true to your ambition, build up your skill set, you will be able to kind of, do well in your life. That's what I believe. And God is great. God is always will support you whenever, you have put in your best of efforts. So I joined a German company, Schenk Process, in Bangalore. For a year, I was in business unit head, and then I worked in India, and then I was also hired for a Southeast Asia board. I was a member of the Southeast Asia board, and then I was also helping the company for setting up China strategy. Based on my China experiences, I told you that I spent some time, 5 years in Shanghai, and I learned and built some kind of perspective and insight about Chinese business. So that time I was Bangalore. Family continued to be in Pune, and then it was not really working out. So then this offer of Eirich India. So Eirich is a family-owned German company. They make machines. They make machines for material process, material mixing in steel, metallurgy, refractory, ceramics, battery, lead acid, and lithium ion. So anything to do with material preparation, Eirich is a strong global brand. So I was offered this position for their India operations as managing director and CEO in Mumbai. So I took this job and moved to Mumbai in 2016, and I got family also. I was fortunate to have my family joining me from Pune to Mumbai, and uh, and that's how here I am. And we could.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Excuse me, sir. Actually, you are being muted. Please unmute yourself.
When which point did
Yeah,
I?
after you, yeah, when you were talking about your family in Pune.
Oh, okay. So, Schenk process, I was in Bangalore, family was in Bombay, sorry, Pune. And then this was not really working out. And then I got this opportunity in Eirich, India, where I am today as a managing director for the company. Eirich is a family-owned German company. They make machines for material preparation for steel, metallurgy, refractory, ceramics, foundry, sand plant. So you walk into any sinter and pellet plant in any steel plant. If you talk about Eirich mixers, they will tell you and they'll show you where they are installed. So this is also kind of, we grew 2 times in this business in last 6 years. Now we have a new investment, new facilities coming up in Pune. I got the kind of, got the board approval for new investment. because of the growth, and we could put India in a strong position within the Eirich map. Um, so this is kind of, I wanted to share with you that the journey so far. On other side, if when I'm not working, as a family we like travel. I kind of keep my hands on camera, and I have strong interest in geopolitics. And I tell you what geopolitics is. Today this Russia and Ukraine conflict is going on. And now who will be the student of geopolitics will understand that what is the dynamics is happening between different countries. You will see a lot of lobbying is happening. India is busy with securing its oil. NATO group led by US is doing their own things together. So in every, political situation in the world, there is always something or other do happen. And another thing is during pandemic, when companies were leaving China, the countries which were most beneficial in receiving those investment were actually Vietnam, Malaysia, because they are very friendly business environment. Licenses are very simple. People can set up things like that. So these geopolitical repercussions is something which is very interesting, but this has to be a one your own interest. My wife and two girls, they are now 16 and 10, and they are in grade going to grade 12 and 6 in next few months. My wife is work as a head of human resource of a French company. So this is where we are. Now, I will move to another slide. Something is happening. I'm trying to. Yeah. Could you see the slide? Next slide.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So this is what I summarized, what is, I would like to leave these thoughts with you in your career before we go into our question and answer session. What I have learned is focus is very, very important. No matter what you decide to pursue, whether you like to take a job, start your career in a corporate sector, or you like to study masters and followed by PhD, or you like to study management, whatever you do, no matter, focus is very, very important. Don't allow any distractions in whatever you like to pursue in life. And to avoid distractions is very important. I can talk about because I have been in your age. Take control on content. Today things have changed drastically. I mean, in our time when I was you, we were very limited access to things. I mean, internet was not there. Mobile was not there when I was graduating. That came later. Google was not there. So Instagram was not there for sure. Facebook was not there for sure. So it is very important that you decide what content you will allow yourself to be exposed to. And this control you have, nobody else has. So make sure that your distractions is kind of, also guided by the content what you go through, subscribe. That's very, very important. And our next point is work hard. And you have kind of seeing me telling this again and again, because no matter, you may be lucky, but Sometimes shortcuts will not guarantee you that you will be able to get results in the long term. So don't take, even if you are in, in a kind of, get little, how to say, um, uh, incentivized or like to take a shortcuts, but avoid shortcuts. Be very focused and work hard. It's very, very important. Whether your studies, whatever you're doing, that's very important. Another point is build clarity. Clarity in your thoughts is very, very important. And if you have this, it will take you very far. Take it from me. It will take you very far. In every stage of your life, if you have clarity, if you could build your clarity of thoughts, and that will come from study different things, talking to people, observing people, collecting perspectives, your own clarity of thoughts is very, very important. And you'd be able to talk on any topic, whatever comes to you. That is so important. And important is make efforts to have a strong fundamentals. So why this happens in this way and why not in another way? What is the crux of that topic? So that fundamental, if you have clarity on, I think you'd be able to solve many problems in your work life as well as your personal life. So always focus on fundamental. It is not that every theory of thermodynamics you need to understand or you have to remember, but at least you get your fundamentals very clear of physics, chemistry, mathematics. The fundamentals are very, very, whatever you study, try to clear your fundamentals. Then very, very important is proactive attitude. Don't kind of, wait for things to happen. I mean, make yourself proactive, making things happen to you. And take ownership of your own career and own development. Nobody is going to give you on plate that, Nasir or the Payan and my other friends, that this is the plate and I'm going to give it to you. That is not going to happen. If you decide like to do anything in your life, you have to take complete charge of yourself. Nobody is going to give you that on a plate, actually. That's very important. Moving on, next is build your own brand. In the sense is what kind of value you pursue, what kind of attitude you like to build for yourself. Because as you move forward, everybody will watch you, what you are, what you do, what you talk, what you present. It's all about building your own brand, and your value system will definitely will build that brand, will help you. Because in a situation where I am today, there are few non-negotiable. I am not going to discuss those topics, for example, and those for me are sacrosanct. If anybody commits those things, they will definitely be not, in the job or in the company, because those are very strong ethical values we have to build ourselves around. So, and more than also the values is important, but also how you carry yourself. That is very, very important. Next is communication. Acha, are we going fine? Are you getting bored?
No, sir. No, sir. We are getting the insights and we are.
Okay, great, great, great. Now, this is very, very important, my dear friends. Communication skill. This is, if you start, some people are blessed with have a good communication skill. Some people will be able to speak many languages, very fluent, but not all of us. I was mediocre in my communication when I was graduating, like you are doing. But I realized that communication is going to take you long. Whether you are India or abroad, you will be watched on your communication skill. And if your communication skill is great, you will be put in a different platform. So invest, my dear friends, invest your time in building a excellent communication skill. Invest in your time, watch whatever you like to, English channels, read, write, speaking, wherever you think you need to improve, spend time, spend your resources. This is something will take you long way in your career, in your life. And you will see when you come to corporate world, people with a good communication skill are always get priority in different topics. Actually, they are given opportunities. The opportunities will come to them when you have a communication skill. So this is one of the most important things. Next, problem solving attitude and focus on big picture. This is what, when we are stuck in a problem situation, always try to focus on how we come out of this problem, not who does what, who has done, created this problem. I am not interested that this gentleman or this person has created the problem. My job would be how we find a solution to this problem whatsoever. It could be in the college life, in your hostel life, in your career when you're joining a career, or your university is going for higher studies. There will be multiple levels of problems coming, but don't focus who has done what. Don't count the trees. Focus on problem and solution. That's important. And this will also create your brand. When somebody will see that you are a guy who is actually try to always find a solution to a problem, and don't try to point fingers to people who has done this, created this problem. And focus on big picture in life. This is very important. Meaning what? Sometimes we are so much engrossed in solving small petty things, we let the big opportunity fly away from us. Don't let that happen. It's kind of penny wise, pound foolish, something like that. So always look at your big picture in your life, in your career, in your priority. What is my big picture? And if something small has to sacrifice, do that. Doesn't matter. And this is so useful in every topic, small or big, in your college life, in your career, when you move, in universities will pursue, you will see that the moment you focus on big picture, your attitude, approach towards the problem completely changes. Last but one is keep things simple. Don't try to present a very complex solution, complex presentation, complex paper. Keep things simple. People appreciate simple things, and they like to hear very simple things, simple stories, simple solutions. Try to simplify life. That is very, very important. And last but not the least, stay humble, stay hungry. You will achieve a superlative success in your career as you move forward, but don't lose sight of the ground. Where are you walking on? Uh, you know, that is very, very important, because, as you move on, you will see that life brings different things at different, the bends and twists and turns. And sometimes it's success, sometimes it's not so big success. But if you stay grounded, you'll be able to embrace your, failures quite easily. That's very important. And stay hungry. Important is, let that curiosity in you burn all the time. That I like to learn things. We all have to be student for life. That is very, very important. There's learning never ends till the last day we learn things. And hungry to do, hunger to do well, to excel, to, do things better. That hunger should always keep you pushing. That will push you forward, in all those things. And one thing which I also have not written here, that, absorb things like a sponge. You observe. I mean, in college, yeah, there will be, teachers where you really like them, their attitude, the way they teach, the things they do. And then when you move out of the college, you will see there are your managers. There are a lot of great examples. There are good people. You have to observe. Not that everybody will handhold you. Dipayan, you have to do this and that and that. Nasir, you have to do this and that. No, you have to observe things. You will learn a lot when you observe people, how they have they do things, how they have been successful. And this is something nobody will tell you to do this. Learning by observing things. So this is something which kind of, I captured few points in what I have learned in my life, and I tried to follow. And I hope you may not get this in a management school, in a management book. This is my personal diary, which I've opened to you all because it's very important for me to help you guys in this point in time to get to the next level uh, of your dream, what you're trying to pursue in your life. So it's very, very important. Okay, so that was all about. Then I will be going to the next, which is actually question and answer, which I received from you. And should I go one by one? How are you feeling? You like to have a tea break, coffee break, or we are doing good?
We are doing good, sir. Means if you wish, then you can have one break, sir.
No, no, my coffee cup is with me, so no worry. So 53 minutes we are here on this screen, and probably we'll spend 15-20 minutes. Okay.
I must say that, sir, means you have, means with your constant labor and constant your perseverance, you have left no stone unturned. Great achievement and everything, sir. Means we are so humbled and proud to have you as our alumnus, sir. We are so proud.
No, I think, Nasir, end of the day, and my colleagues here, my friends here, important that, stay, focus in your life, and things, of course, the way I'm saying is not that simple all the time. You will be stuck with situations where you'll scratch for solutions. But if you have the fundamentals with you, your focus, staying, looking at the big pictures, your plan B is ready, you know what is your priority as a person, as well as an employee of the organization, whatsoever. So that will take you through. And time changes. I mean, even if you're stuck in a situation, never feel that this is going to be there. I mean, I have seen in my life, i have I have kind of seen tough time, but time passes, and always that there's an ups and downs. So if there is a down, there is a peak as well. So you will not be stuck in valley, but make sure that you have the ingredients to pass through that low point of life. That is very, very important. But graph will definitely be a kind of, has to go north. Graph has to go north. That is very important. Okay. So I'll start with the questions. I'm not sure whether I'm really qualified to answer all the questions, but my understanding, what I have seen, I'll try to be very honest and give you my perspectives. So how to manage civil services preparation and CGPA? I guess CGPA, you're talking about your engineering CGPA. Um, Civil services is, I think I know it needs a lot of focus, attention, persuasion. If you can balance things two, two together, I think that is great. Uh, but I think it is important that you should not ignore CGPA. The reason is, I'm not saying that you have to be, top 10. No, not that. I mean, there are examples in my batch where the toppers from that perspective have not been able to achieve the success compared to the students who have actually been first class, but still they had kind of, achieved things. So there are something which is not only the high grade that will take you to the top. That is very, very important, because other thing is attitude is important. Your communication is important. So my suggestion would be, if you can manage two things, it's fine, but don't ignore CGPA. That doesn't mean you have to be always have to be come to top 10. No, not necessary, but as long as you are very consistent, consistency is very, very important for you. And I think everybody has to have, first class. That is something given. We have to have first class, dear. I mean, that is something all you have to achieve. Uh, then, after you graduate, then probably you can have more focused studies and take coaching for civil services, and you pursue, you will get it. Absolutely. There is, I'm complete a believer in that, that if you put your, heart and mind in the preparation of civil services, stay focused, um, uh, post graduation, you will crack it. You will crack it. I'm pretty sure. So I move on. How do I get a job after MBA? So, there are, as you have seen, heard my story, I have done MBA during my work job, but it is also possible, or you should also try, if you can, do a full-time 2-year program, or there are a lot of 1-year program today, and go for, tier 1, tier 2 colleges today. And besides IIM, XRI, XIM, there are, the colleges are there. So you kind of do a bit of research which you think you would be able to crack. So try that. I think, and whenever you are making trying for a CAT or exam, try to cover as many options you can have. So, or keep options with you. Don't focus, okay, I have to get only IIM or XLRA or XIM. No. Whoever has done from other colleges, they have also achieved a lot. So it's not the end of the day. That at the same time, whoever, a lot of people I know for sure, and this is something I'm telling you with responsibility, IIT, IIM combination, but not been successful for different reasons. So don't think that NIT, IIM is going to secure your career success. Not necessarily, dear. And all those tier 1 and tier 2 have the campus placements will happen. So don't bother about job. If you do well, you will get jobs. Today India is doing very good in terms of jobs. There will be opportunities. But if at this stage, if somebody wants to pursue um, um, MBA in US, important is to know at least that point of time when I was graduating, they were only, encouraging people who have got some 2 to 3 years of work experience, or say 3, 4 years of work experience. So that is something, even if you don't like to do MBA now, if you like to do in US, work, get experience and prepare for the entrances. Job will be, don't be bogged down that whether do I get a job. You will get, don't worry. As long as you do, tier 1, tier 2 colleges, job will be there for you. And if you're if you have developed other skills, what I talked about in previous slides, job will be there. Don't worry about that. Next, what paths can be chosen after completion of graduation? Dear, it is important, entirely up to you what you like to do. In our batch, like me, some people went to job straight away. After that, few years of work, they have joined MBAs, full-time MBAs they have done and then gone to jobs. Some people have gone for MTech, IIT, ISC, and other institute. Today, you know much better because I'm out of touch here. And then somebody pursued PhD also post that. There are a lot of professors from our batch who are in different universities in India and abroad. They have pursued that, academic career in their for them. So it is entirely you what you like to do. Um, and it is important. If you do well, you will definitely excel in your career. It doesn't matter whatever you do, but it is important that what you enjoy doing. Because I am very clear, I was very clear that I am not going to be a design engineer. I am not going to be a, in a teaching profession. I am not cut out for PhD. So I even didn't go for this, MTech exam also. I didn't go for that because I'm very clear. I will do MBA. I'll go management, and that is where I enjoy doing. So dear, you have to decide what you like to do. There are lots of options today. So take a pause, think about what is your liking, and then pursue that. Okay, next, what is the major difference that distinguishes choosing MTech in our country and masters abroad? Um, I kind of, not very qualified to answer this, but what I can tell you that when you do masters abroad, I'm talking about especially in US, you have many opportunities or many subjects to take, after masters. I'm just giving you a very kind of, example that from machine design you can go to probably biotechnology after masters. This is maybe very extreme, but this is possible. So those kind of switching of your subject in US is very easy for you. But in India, if you do machine design in MTech, probably you have to follow, similar path if you like to do a doctorate. But that is not the case abroad, especially in US. So this just bear in mind, and then you kind of, talk to those universities and schools, and then you will get to see this. So do a research on this. But this is something broad basis. I can say this is a possibility. Tell something about personality development. And this is my very favorite topic, dear, um, because one should invest a lot of time in your personality development. And as I said, if you heard me saying what you do, what you say, how do you communicate, what is your attitude, it is very, very important. So spend time in your personality development. Um, and there are many things we have to stop doing and many new things we have to start doing if you have to develop a personality. So this is one area you can go, I think, very deep. And there are a lot of books are available. But my request to you would be, my advice would be, do spend time in personality development. This is, no matter what you do, you will be recognized for your personality, whatever you do. This is my, uh, you know, uh, my suggestion would be. Um, Next is, in the future, I have a vision to start a tech startup which can solve environmental or any societal issues like in energy harvesting and storage, renewable energy, or any kind of environmental problem. That's why I'm confused. Can you suggest to me that I should think about the startup just after my BTech graduation, or should I go for master's or PhD in that domain first to get deep exposure before starting my company in that domain? So my suggestion would be that build some, I mean, it is great that you are thinking in that line. Not many people, we have that entrepreneurial, bug, which, bites us from inside. So it is great that you're thinking in that line, startup. Good to do something on your own, you create jobs, and you're choosing a topic which is very relevant. Environmental issues, renewable energy, storage, which is, we are talking about lithium ion, everything is moving to green energy. So it's great. My only thing suggestion would be that if you can pursue more domain knowledge, do study, focus on masters, at least masters if you do, and then PhD you can think of later on. And then if you're so passionate about it, learn that domain knowledge, because that domain knowledge is going to take you far, take you far, is very, very important. So my suggestion would be, please pursue masters if you're so passionate about this topic, and also do masters from a college and university which are known for this subject. Don't go for a tick mark. And this is also important, that please don't go for a tick mark things. If you go for tick mark things, you will not get that result. I have to do an MBA, so I tick mark, I do whatever it is. But at the same time, you have to put that strong desire and develop yourself so that you can create a mark, whatever you have, you will be doing. Okay, next. What should be the attitude if you want to be someone at the top apart from studies? I'm asking from the soft skill perspective. And this is also one of my favorite topic, attitude building. And I'm sure you have seen the movie Three Idiots. All of you have seen Three Idiots. And you remember that scene when Shreyas Talpade was offered a kind of, job, and then he was asked whether he will do something which is accept, say yes to the interviewers and do something which is not probably ethical. Then he says that, sorry, keep your job. I cannot give my attitude. I cannot leave my attitude. So this is the kind of, one of the top three things will take you forward. Build that attitude. Build that attitude of to be the winner. Build the attitude to create a differentiation in whatever you do. Build the attitude of you are creating a differentiation in whatever you're doing. So that's very, very important. Uh, so what all skills? Okay, first you have to spend time on communication. If you have done communication, then you see, okay, what kind of, value system you subscribe to. Your DNA is that, and then follow that. And then build an attitude that, these are the things important for me. I will never say compromise on those things in my life. And of course, never give up. That is very important. No matter what it is, I can be, drowned for a minute or for whatever period, but I am going to float in my life. That attitude is going to take you far. Okay, next is how to decide whether one is fit for management or that he is an IIM material. Um, I think this is also, fit for management. It's also something what you like to do. It's very simple. What you like to pursue. If you like to have, kind of, academic career in academics, so then you know for yourself. If it is management, I was very clear. I'm not going to be a design engineer. I'm not going to be a production manager. I'm not going to be, a professor. That's not for me. So I was very sure that I will do some management. I'll do my leadership development. And I was fortunate that I could go those opportunities. And IIM material, I mean, what is IIM material? I don't know. I mean, who decides IIM material? I mean, of course, there will be some, skill set, your ability to solve, answer problems quickly. Your analytical skills will be challenged. Your English language will be challenged. That's fine. I mean, we all consider you all have those basic levels already there since you are at NIT. But a lot of people have done IIM. So there is nothing like IIM material. If somebody else can do from IIT, why not from, what's the big deal about it? I have that attitude. I have that attitude. There's nothing like IIM material. You can do it. Only thing you have to focus. Focus on your preparation, focus on your test papers, and then you will be there. No worry. Next is it possible to pursue MTech in online mode while studying MBA in another college? I'm not sure, dear, about this, but only thing I'll see that don't put yourself in two boats together. You you decide what you like to do, either MTech or MBA. It's like, we used to give in our time joint entrance exam. I'll give engineering, I give medical, which I did, of course, as well. And I got through both. But then at the same time, when I have to take a decision, okay, I pursued engineering. So you have to make sure, are you going to do MTech? And if you're going to do MTech, what are you going to do after that? Or if you're going to take a management career, then do MBA. But what is that? I mean, people will not recognize you. Okay, you are double masters, MTech and MBA. Probably they will say that you have not really taken anything very seriously. What is defining you? That question will be asked. What is defining you? So I would say that before, have that clarity in your mind before you go for this and decide either MTech or MBA and focus. You cannot keep your feet on the two boards. It is probably not advisable, not a great choice, I would say. But if you're exceptional, probably you'll do good. I can't really say in those cases, but I'm talking about myself. I will probably decide what I like to do first, then I'll pursue. Next is how to develop skills that make us job creators rather than job seekers. Um, I'm not sure whether job creators, are you talking about entrepreneur um, and the job seekers? I mean, there's no good and bad about it. So if you like to an entrepreneur create jobs, that's great. But that doesn't mean that the people who will be working for you are less qualified. That's also not there. Um, but important is, again, I come back to that. What is you inside you? What is that fire inside you? You like to create a company, you like to do a startup or not. But the skill set, if you talk about the fundamentals, your fundamentals will be, I should have an attitude, I should have a communication skill, I should have analytical skill, problem solving attitude, and then thinking about the big picture. Those are the basic fundamentals which you will require no matter what you do. But for entrepreneur, I think you need something extra, which only an entrepreneur understand. Ability to take risk, actually. So those are amplified for an entrepreneur. Okay, last question I have here. Should I go for higher studies? Then can I have some difficulty with the question why you are not placed in your BTech? Um, um, who is going to ask? When you go to higher studies? I mean, I didn't go for. I mean, I wanted to pursue higher studies. That's where I'm here. I mean, what's the big deal? I mean, why you are not placed in your BTech? I mean, that's fine. I mean, I tried. I didn't get. That doesn't mean my world is going to stop there. I'm going to do higher studies and that's where I'm here. And I have these marks and these grades. That's it. And you tell me whether I'm qualified for the higher studies or not. Where it is written that you should have a campus job before you can get an admission to higher studies, who has said that? Nobody has said that. And there's nothing wrong in that. So please have this clarity in your mind. Nobody, and you don't care for that question even. I said, that's fine. I mean, if you got only one chance to appear for one company, and if you are not selected, there are other people, that's fine. World is not going to stop there for me. I'm going to pursue, I like to do MTech and then further doctor, whatever. I mean, that's fine. I mean, that's where I like to do in my life. So I think that was all the questions and I had received and from Deepayan and this is what, based on my understanding, based on my perspective, I tried to be very honestly give my views on that. Uh, there could be different people will may say different things, but this is what I would like to tell you as share from my own experience. Okay, so
Yes. Yeah, hello. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I am hear
Sir,
you. So I like to kind of let me give a go back to.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for answering these questions. Actually, we have some more questions to ask you also.
Sure.
And before going with those questions, I would also like to um, say to all our attendees that please feel free to ask any questions. If you have, just raise your hand or just unmute and ask your question. Otherwise, I will be going with some more questions that we have. Yeah, I can see Sukamal Samal. So please ask. Yeah, please go ahead.
yes, yes. So I have a simple question. When specifically me, when I going to step ahead for a decision to making a finishing job, that particular decisions, there is a questions always in my mind in that process. That is life is simple, we make it difficult, or is life is really difficult, we try to make it simple. I have always that means when I just like G advanced preparations or learning new skills, or you were saying that learning the development skills. There is a always question in my mind that is life is simple, we make it difficult, or like society pressures and our preconceived notion thought and social media, whatever it is. But is life is difficult, we try to make it simple. If you can answer that is in your experience from your experience what you are rather now, that
Yeah.
is for me
Yeah.
it is better.
I think Sukamal, I think very interesting question. I think probably Sadhguru and Gaur Gopal Das should be here to to answer this question. But fair enough. I think it's very important to. I told you that the clarity in our thought process is very important. So any problematic situation, how do I look at it in a simple way? Uh, there is nothing that life is complicated. Life doesn't say that I'll be complicated. Of course not. I mean, there will be different challenges and situations. And then how do we perceive that? How do we approach that? It's entirely up to us. So if you think that that is complicated, I have to simple, then it's our perspective. But I think life will come on its own way. And life is not going to listen to anybody, any one of us, because those things are external. Those things will happen as they will happen. But our job is to stay calm, bring clarity in thoughts, and steer ourselves very clear, navigate in with to simplify things. That is important. Don't say that, don't think that, just because it's life, they will be complex. There will be a challenging situation, but how we steer through those difficult moments with clarity of thoughts, with our focus, with simplification and keeping big picture in mind, that is what important. That's what I would say, Sukamal. It's little, I'm not able to give you an example because it is little philosophical, but I think this will help you, that bring the clarity in your mind and try to simplify things and take it. It's okay. Life is complete. Fair enough. My job is to simplify. Take it that approach. That is also fine. No problem. And that is probably will give you a confidence that yes, life is complicated and I'm able to solve this in a simple way. That will give you a pleasure and a satisfaction. But don't go into deep analysis. That's my suggestion. Take it as it comes and then try to simplify.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Any other attendees, please, if you have any questions that ask. So I am going ahead with the question that I have from our attendees. Recently, means this question is from Arnab Ghosh from second year. Recently, many companies hiring for business technology analysts and product managers in our college. As a second year student, I don't have much idea about this field. Sir, can you please put some lights on this?
Uh, can you repeat the question? Sorry. Can you
Yeah,
repeat the
yes,
question?
yes, sure, sir. Yes, sure, sir. Many companies are hiring for business technology analysts and product managers. As a second year student, I don't have much idea about these fields. Sir, can you please put some lights on this?
Business technology analyst. Today, this, data is a big thing, and intelligence, how consumers are behave, um, you know, those data and consumer behavior and intelligence. Today we are talking about artificial intelligence also, that. That's a big topic is happening today, that artificial intelligence. So my suggestion would be that if you know which companies are coming, and then study their product and services. What do they do? What do they offer? I think that will be the easiest way. So pick up those companies which they have come, they are offering, and study their product and services they are offering. That will lead you to further invest your time and develop your skills. And also ask the professors concerned that on those topics, on those businesses which company is pursuing, what will be the skill set that you have to develop. And I tell you what, this is a very, very relevant topic. Data scientists today, a lot of jobs are going as data scientists. Lot of jobs are offering building artificial intelligence. These are the two big topics are going on. So I think first study those companies, and then have a discussion with the concerned professor, and then they will be able to guide you that, okay, which subject, which skill set you can, besides your studies, you can spend time on and invest on.
Yes, thank you, sir. I have another question. How to reach great potential of our brain? Like you said, you were doing job and at the same time you were learning also. But here at college, we become tense just by means, knowing about the workload. So how to reach that potential of our mind so that we can be doing many things at the same time?
See, there are different things available. I mean, this is something which important is that concentration, building concentration. This is my personal experience, which I kind of do. Not done. I started doing last few years, I would say. There is a topic called being here and now, which is very important. Meaning that whichever class you are attending, whichever subject you are studying, it is important that you are profoundly, deeply spending time, no distraction in that point in time, and try to increase your concentration. So, there are different, I mean, if you can do, there are different breathing technique available, offered by Sri Ravi Shankar. I'm not taking any particular name. Please bear with my mind. Since I have kind of, done this, I am personally kind of, being very benefited. There are different processes available in your mind, how you kind of, do breathing exercises. 30 minutes you spend in a day, your concentration is going to increase, your ability to memorize things will increase. Those are great things, and today are available today. And of course, India is known for yoga and things like that. So those will definitely help you. That I can tell you. And there
Yes,
is
sir. Thank
no
you, sir.
and there is no rocket science that how you develop your ability to do multiple things. It comes the moment you spend concentration, increase ability to increase your concentration, ability to do be here and now. I think this will happen. You have to just condition your mind that and bring those things. It will going to happen.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Means, yes, sir. You told the right thing that we need to condition our mind that we need to
Yes.
do it, and that's for it. Yes, sir. So now we are done with our questions. Now again, I would go for any question from attendees. If any attendees have any question, then do ask. Otherwise, we will go ahead with the concluding part.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Sir, I am asking about. I am in first year in IIT Durgapur. And in my mind, there is an I don't think there is a like of kind. Uh, there is a guy means like me that who have a interesting in area in different skills, just like an entrepreneurships and in pursuing mtech or in pursuing the academics related subject, and also in the startup like things, and also a new skill like ui ux design, and also various things. Sir, how can we define that how to means what to pursue as a career and what to go with that? Or you are saying in previously that just focus on specifically on communication skill, your attitude. We have to just build on that side, or and beside pursue all of those things, or we have to very specific for our journey that yes that have do I do.
See, Shukamol, I think you have asked very important question, and I need to clarify this. What I talked about attitude building is your soft skill building. This is not going to replace your subject matter specialization. So you have to have a deep fundamentals development on your subject matter. Like if you're pursuing data science or kind of business analytics. So those things you have to anyway do that, master that, because you have to also not only develop your knowledge and skill, but also you have to score. That is also important for your exam, whatever subjects are there. So those are two parallel things. Your attitude building, your communication skill building, it's all soft skill and personality development. That is not going to replace your subject matter specialization. So those are two side by side. You have to develop that. So one is not, substitute to the others. Hope you are clear.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah. So whatever you are trying to build your knowledge and experience on subject matter, that you have to anyway pursue. And today you have many things to do, but as you move along, you will understand what is your real interest. And that probably in the second, third year, you will get to know what is your real interest. Because in first year, you will be exposed to different interesting topics. But as you move forward, you will know what is thing which you would like to spend time on and pursue as a career.
So sir, we have to try many things, just like all of those things. What fascinating us, we have to try all of those things. And when we go with time and step ahead for ahead and ahead, that is just cutting out all of those things, and there is a specific topic which is come with me.
Yes, yes, that your
Okay.
interest will emerge. Your strong interest, you will emerge end of the day. That's for sure. But whatever comes, along on your path, please, spend time if you find interesting. But sometime, on second, third year, things will emerge, and you will be able to see that yes, this is the thing which I would like to pursue in my career as a topic and subject.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Sukamal. Now I suppose all questions are over. And now I must say, sir, that this has been very great session. Like means you shared your incredible journey, different life experiences, and everything. And after that, followed by the Q&A session that we sent you. So, sir, this has been a great learning session, sir, from our student alumni interaction cell under Center for Alumni Affairs and International Relations. We have a token of appreciation for you that I am presenting. Yeah, is it visible?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Please accept, sir. This is from our SciCell and CAIR.
Yeah, yeah. So nice. Thank you very much. And I think you can email it to me, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We will be surely emailing it to you
Yeah.
in the document
Uh,
format.
yes, yes. Thank you very much for this, Nasir, Sukamal, Dipayan, all my friends. And it is great that I could spend time with you and give perspective what I achieved so far and sharing with you, and then probably it will help you in some way or other. And please feel to reach out. I have my contact details with Dipayan, and feel free to reach out to me if you like to, discuss anything. That will be my pleasure to be of any help to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much,
sir,
sir.
for giving out your
Thank you, sir.
precious time and doing this session. Once again, sir, thank you for this great learning session. We thank you for your participation and we wish you all the best for your future. And also, we hope for more learning opportunities from you and would also request you to please come to our college whenever you have time to visit Durgapur.
Sure,
Please do
sure.
come to our college and enlighten us.
Sure,
Yes,
sure.
sir.
So thank you very much. Don't worry about, you will all do good. Don't care about who says what. Just focus, keep focus, pursue things. Everybody will do excellent in your respective career. So forget about any negative thoughts and continue this journey. You will do great. Thank you and take care.
Yeah, thank you,
Thank
sir,
you, sir.
and good luck.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for attending this. Now you can leave this meet.